podem ver, chegamos aqui agora, atrás de mim, o Tech Race Laguna Seca, uma pista dos sonhos pra mim. E estamos aqui, chegamos hoje, um pouquinho frio, mas com bastante sol, então estamos com um clima bem agradável. E temos track walk daqui a pouco, depois reunião com a equipe. Hoje é quinta-feira, então amanhã treino livre já e classificação. É um calendário um pouco mais apertado, fim de semana. Atividade sexta e sábado, corrida no sábado. E é isso, para aqui bastante pressão, porque realmente tudo é mais apertado, os prazos e tudo mais. Mas faz parte, é a hora que tiver, as equipes são realmente competentes e os pilotos também. Mas é isso, vamos para cima. Agora ajudar a pista, conhecendo o track walk, todos os detalhes do asfalto. Um mês e pouco sem etapa, então realmente quase um pequeno off-season entre Sebring e Laguna Seca agora. Mas é isso, bastante animado. Uma pista que estou muito feliz em conhecer e estar aqui hoje presente. Mais um sonho realizado. Ó, meu box do lado da Hyundai.
Quem é esse? Quem é esse?
Esse é conhecido.
Peraí, deixa eu ver se merece falar. É conhecido no vlog?
É mais ou menos.
Ah, então pode falar.
Pode falar, sem a boca. Tem moral.
Gostei do boné. Só homem mesmo pra usar, né?
Vem de longe. Bonito, né? Quero um depois. Meu irmão, foi uma briga pra arrumar esse. Mas depois vai ficar liberando.
Wow, that's a nice shirt, man. How are you? A long time, right?
Yeah, too long.
Too long.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm
Nice to meet you.
Celso.
Nice to meet you.
Celso's father.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How are you, buddy? How good?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, hey, Ryan Everson, good to see you. Driving number 37, maybe? I don't
Look
remember.
look at this, look at this. Wow. Amazing, amazing. Good job, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Are these the
Check
hats?
it out,
Use
man.
the whole suitcase for hats?
Wow. Oh, wow.
God. Look at this. Nice, dude. Very, very cool. Dude, that's rad. That's so
Wow.
awesome.
You
Look
must
at
say,
that. Yeah. Yeah, I got
That's
the CWR on
awesome.
the side. That turned
Oh,
out
yeah.
really good on the flat. I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
And then
man.
3D.
Yeah, no, the raised.
And a little
that's
IMSA
cool.
on the cap.
Yeah, that's killer, man. Let's
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
I'm gonna do a photo of two of these.
Hey,
real quick.
fun's gonna be excited, right?
That's right.
Wow,
Come get some of
that's
these.
a great
Come get some of
weekend,
these.
yeah.
These are awesome, brother. Thanks, man.
Let's
Yeah,
make
brother.
people
I'm gonna put him aside and then we'll...
Yeah.
people that are like a line here to get there.
Estamos aqui no paddock já. Aqui é a área da inspeção técnica. E olha que nave espacial. Aqui são os protótipos que correm na categoria principal, a WeatherTech. Um Acura, Porsche amarelo ali. Aqui é BMW, inspeção técnica. Todos os paddocks aqui, as equipes, Michelin, os pneus. Aqui uma loja temporária do evento. E é isso, começando a montagem. A gente sempre fala que igual um circo, né? Que você vem, 20 mecânicos, montam uma barraca de estrutura enorme para 3, 4 dias. Então é sempre surreal. Você vê o antes e depois aqui da estrutura dos caras, todo mundo. O quão é rápido para montar e desmontar e o tamanho da estrutura. Então, só a categoria você vê 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carretas. Só para área técnica. Então, sem contar a parte de organização, credenciamento. Realmente é muita coisa. É um circo pela pista. Aqui as Lamborghini Super Troféu, quase 700 cavalos as Lamborghinis aqui, categoria monomarca, também da IMSA, que é a Porsche Cup do Brasil, muito bacana, e muito carro na categoria, todo em carbono, você consegue ver aqui.
That's the view for the IMSA VIP lounge. Not bad at all. Now the famous corkscrew. You don't see on the other side all the uphill that we went up. Highest point, then a big turn where you don't see what's on the other side. Look at this, how crazy. Everybody's here taking pictures. I don't know how you guys can see the difference in elevation from the video. Huge elevation, change of elevation. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That's for sure one of the most iconic tracks in the world. And we never know how many more years that's gonna be here, because all the neighbors around, a bunch of billionaires, they keep filing lawsuits trying to move the track here from here. But the track is here before them, so if you have a chance once in your life, come to visit Laguna Seca. It's incredible. Monterey, California. It's really like a roller coaster.
Tá massa, hein? Boa, muita ondulação, você não vê isso no jogo. Agora cada descida e cada subida que fica muito surpreso. E muita cambagem também, tem umas curvas tudo angulada pra dentro da curva, então vai ter muita gripe, muito mais do que eu pensava, em termos de entrada de curva e tudo mais.
A gente já sabe a posição do box? É essa
primeiro,
mesmo?
é essa aí.
Então vai ser ali, já tá definido.
Junto com a Penske Porsche, esse box, viu? É o box mais chique da IMSA, então...
Isso é sorteio ou...
Então, geralmente,
sorteado,
as equipes meio que mantém, mas essa etapa deu uma mudada. Eu acho que esse box é um pouco menor, comparado com Daytona e Sebring, eles deram uma mudada, eu acho, pra caber todo mundo certinho.
E aí a gente ficou com quem esse ano?
Agora a gente tá com a Porsche Penske, que é a equipe oficial da Porsche Protótipo. É a equipe mais top, vamos dizer. Acabou de ganhar três seguidas. Long Beach, Sebring, Daytona.
Tem algum brasileiro que corre nessa equipe?
Felipe Nasser, piloto principal lá, no carro número 7, igual o nosso, número 7, então vai dar sorte, eu acho. Mas, box de 1 milhão ali. Quantidade de tela e tudo mais não se compara aos outros. É muito bacana isso. E também é o primeiro em termos de posição no grid, então muito bom isso. Que
isso é bom ou ruim?
É ótimo, porque saída pro quali, é pista limpa sempre, é 40 carros no grid aqui, 16 TCR e 24 GT4.
São 40
as duas
no
categorias.
total.
Então
Michelin vão sair 40.
é bastante carro na pista junto. Então quem conseguir ser primeiro assim tem a vantagem por você ter um ar limpo logo de cara. Tem que posicionar, ficar tirando o pé pra sair. Tá bom isso.
Entendi. E o carro tá lá. O que é que eles estão fazendo com o carro lá?
Tava tendo aqui o fuel drop, que eles chamam, que é basicamente estão calibrando toda a parte de abastecimento do carro, porque tem um tempo mínimo de abastecer. Então eles estão checando a mangueira, o tanque, tudo certinho, o fluxo, para não ser mais rápido que possível pelo regulamento e tomar uma punição. Que aconteceu isso na última etapa, o carro que venceu. Então é muito verificado isso na questão de BOP.
Então na última etapa um carro foi prejudicado porque abasteceu muito rápido e não conseguiu e perdeu os pontos.
O carro vencedor da Hyundai,
o vencedor da última. E dessa agora a gente também teve um problema que a gente foi lento demais.
O nosso foi o problema de...
Então a gente tem que ajustar isso.
Exatamente. Então aqui é bom para checar isso, ver que tá certo e também ver se tá dentro do regulamento.
E
então,
Porsche Penske mesmo.
Olha o número do box 7.
E o número do box 7. 7 é o carro de quem?
Felipe Nasser.
O de Nasser é o 7 também? Pô, legal, hein?
Felipe Nasser. Brasileiro.
7.
E hoje é um dos melhores do mundo de protótipo disparado. É um cara que vem realmente dominando, dando show. Agora, realmente que é uma pista de muito pouco lugar de ultrapassagem. Só que a curva 1 tem uma freada grande, mas o resto você vê que é muito curva de flow. Então é muito mais capitalizar um erro do seu oponente do que tudo. Então o quali vai ser muito importante pra gente e também a parte da estratégia do box, né? Então é uma etapa que a economia de combustível é muito pouco, zero no caso. O carro anda tranquilo, mais de 1 hora. Então isso é bom e ruim, minimiza a estratégia possível. Então quem tiver mais rápido tem uma vantagem, vamos dizer. E ruim porque se o cara estiver sofrendo um pouco mais não tem muito o que arriscar, tem muito o que fazer. Nosso carro tá pronto aí já. Pega o carro do fundo. Fala pessoal, chegamos aqui na pista hoje, finalmente de volta para correr mesmo, acelerar e trabalhar muito. E é isso, hoje temos treino 1, agora pela manhã, vai ser 9 horas, são 7h30 agora, 1h30 aí para parar tudo. Depois temos meio-dia o treino 2 e à tarde, 5 da tarde, classificação. Não sabemos ainda quem vai fazer, deve ser eu, mas muda um pouco de estratégia, quem faz o quali larga a prova. Então é isso, vai ser interessante aí ver nosso carro, muita mudança de setup para essa etapa, porque tivemos um tempo bom agora para a equipe reestruturar o carro, voltar para a sede da Califórnia. Mas é isso, estou muito animado, uma pista muito diferente para mim, nunca andei aqui antes, então vou aprender a pista agora nos primeiros treinos e tudo mais, e ir para cima, dar o nosso melhor sempre. Vamos que vamos. Morning. Estamos aqui já, os carros sendo preparados para o treino de manhã, os pneus aqui já, no jogo de zero usado. E aí, descendo o carro, nosso novo apoiador aqui, Lima Veículos, da Bahia, maior loja de carro de lá, carro exótico, treino importado. Muito bom ter pra gente aqui esse ano. Os pedais aqui embaixo, embreagem só para largar do box. Depois é só tudo no campo sequencial aqui. Nosso painel com informações, temperatura, ABS e tudo mais. Aqui é da categoria, então ele mostra aí nossa posição na categoria, a distância de cada carro da gente. Os botões de rádio aqui, launch control, bebida, full course yellow, anti-lag, o carro neutro, mapa de acelerador, ABS, então muito ajuste para fazer um carro ao vivo. Aqui também, distribuição de freio aqui embaixo, bem interessante o quanto esse carro consegue fazer mudança e deixar preparado para o nosso gosto, então é bem legal isso aí. E aqui é um pneu zero, vocês verem como é que é, vem novinho da fábrica aí pra gente usar, e o pneu usado aqui, então acaba que esse pneu da Michelin é um pneu muito bom, bastante consistente, vamos dizer. Ele mantém muito durante o stint, mas por ser tração dianteira tem a natureza de perder muita aderência na frente, então é algo que a gente se preocupa. E aqui nessa pista é outro fator ainda mais, a pista que é muito abrasiva e muito rápida, então carrega muito o pneu e desgasta bastante. Então eu acho que isso vai ser o fator critical para trabalhar essa semana, na etapa em geral, que é manter os pneus no nosso carro e ser consistente durante a prova. Porque ser rápido na volta única eu acho que vai ser legal o carro, mas esse fator é o que mais quero trabalhar para ficar forte e deixar forte durante o fim de semana e a etapa.
That was the car that had that 5-minute penalty. That car has done each fastest lap last time around. Bruno's on another one in that number 10
Ele puto, fazer assim com a mão. Puto, tá puto. 10 décimos, né? 330, 400
Parabéns!
Pole position!
Parabéns, tio.
Por que você tá todo molhado?
Será por quê?
Por quê? Mostra dar uma ali as costas.
Você tá com calor? Porra, velho, que calor é esse?
Tá até um fresquinho aqui na Califórnia.
Cara, tinha um tempo,
Tinha um tempo, fala com ele. Tá frustrado.
a volta foi muito boa, velho. O carro
caralho,
tá top,
do
freando
caralho.
lá dentro.
Do caralho.
Mas aqui na 4 deu uma traseirada, perdi um pouquinho o ponto. Um 10º ali era pole,
Meu
velho.
irmão, era um décimo e meio, era pole. Era pole.
Tinha pole.
Você ficou pole a corrida inteira. Ei, você bateu o recorde da pista, o cara falou, ele bateu o recorde e tal. Aí o cara foi lá em carro de 10 milímetros. Cara, esse cara aí.
Bora lá, dia de corrida hoje, aquele jeito. Largando de último. Onde a gente foi P2 no quali, muito pouco da pole. Mas acabou que em uma volta a gente pegou um pouco embaixo do splitter, aquela asa dianteira, vamos dizer assim, e deu empenada no splitter e acabou que na vistoria técnica não passou por altura mínima, 2 milímetros de altura.
Um dos lados, né?
Exato, um ponto dela não passou, então foi uma pena. A gente fez essa posição de quali sim, melhor do ano, disparado. O carro tá muito bom de qualquer forma, então vamos lutar de último. É muita corrida, 2 horas de prova, então tudo já pode acontecer ainda. Vamos pra cima.
Mais um dia aqui em Laguna Seca.
Mais um dia, esse dia de evento, último dia agora. Deu uma esfriada boa, pelo menos pela manhã, então vai ser bom pra gente. Consumo de pneu, visto que degrada muito o pneu aqui, muita carga no pneu, né? Força G, lateral, tudo mais. Vai ser muito de alta velocidade. Então é isso. Isso é importante poupar o pneu, porque ultrapassando você freia mais dentro, né? Usa um pouco mais o pneu, então ser consciente para ter um pace legal no final do stint vai ser importante e largar bem. Eu acho que 2 fatores aí para determinar nossa prova. E essa etapa, galera, com a gente tem mais um piloto. Então, eu aqui, Ryan, meu companheiro, e minha querida avó, que faleceu há um mês, tá com a gente aqui, nosso carro, meu capacete também. Essa prova aí, em homenagem a ela, que sempre apoiou a gente nas corridas, sempre estava junto com a gente, torcendo, acompanhando de perto e de longe. Então, um beijo para ela aqui, tá com a gente. Vamos fazer história para ela hoje para a primeira, esse é o nosso objetivo. Homenagear ela aí, o máximo que der sempre, pela pessoa incrível que ela foi, que ela sempre vai ser lembrada. E é isso, beijo de todos aí, especialmente para ela também.
Another car to keep an eye on in the very beginning. Celso Neto starting out back, that penalty for a technical infraction, ride height infraction after qualifying, has a really fast TCR car starting in the back of the field. P40 overall, 16th in class. But keep an eye on Neto. He's a hard charger, and he's got Ryan Eversley to finish the deal in the second half of this race.
Yeah, no suggestion, by the way, that that number 7 team were trying to gain a performance advantage for Precision Racing LA in that Audi. The car had been off track, and that caused a bit of underfloor damage, which failed the ride height check. However, the team saying, yeah, absolutely, we know, we understand.
Yeah, you got to be careful. We actually had Celso Neto, driver of the number 7 TCR machine, come through the corkscrew in qualifying yesterday, and he sparked the bottom splitter to the point it failed post-qualifying tech inspection. So you got to be careful of that. You can really abuse these race cars if you do run off the road. But it's a very flowing racetrack. It's very narrow. To make a move, sometimes it gets really tight indeed.
But you talk about somebody on a charge. You were talking about Celso Neto. He's up now from starting last after that problem that you mentioned in post-qualifying technical inspection. He's up to 8, and he is absolutely flying. I know his teammate Ryan Eversley was thrilled with the handling of that Audi.
Well, what a drive at the early part of this race for Celso Neto and this Precision LA Audi. They're doing a fantastic job because remember, they started at the tail end of this race after failing qualifying post-race tech inspection. Now, that was because Celso drove it off in qualifying. I just talked to Ryan Eversley, his co-driver, who plugged back into the timing stand. He said, this is actually not that bad for us because we know we have the speed, and it's giving Celso really good opportunity to pick his way through the field. He's doing so also doing a pretty good job saving fuel as well. That's what most of these TCR cars are doing. So they even ran a 70-minute session in practice yesterday on the same set of tires and didn't see the same deg that maybe other teams have found. So the longer this race can go is the better for this team as they continue to march their way through the field, already sniffing the top 5.
As I was saying earlier, Ryan Eversley is so high on Celso Neto. He is like, this young man gets it. He's not only fast in the car, he's very cerebral, he's a thinking driver, and he said he does everything that I ask him to do. Conserve the car, get more out of it, whatever angle, whatever tack you need to take, he's willing to listen, and more importantly, he's willing to apply.
Yeah, he really is. He's a really impressive young driver, and I think for Ryan Eversley, he's got a great protege under his wing. Ryan's been flat out in the gym in the off-season. Looks like a different guy, to be honest with you. He's lean and mean this year, so he anticipates that the pair of them can really do some great things. The one thing with the Audi that won here last year in TCR, the front ride height is quite high with the balance of performance they've been set with. You can see it kind of almost powerboating there on the entry to this corner, so it's really critical for these teams to get the rate correct. So you really just got to bring the rear up even more than you'd like to get the right angle of attack into some of these corners. But it seems like they've really found a sweet spot with this car this weekend. Ryan's very bullish about their chances here today, but great to see that new Cooper having a strong run here. It's running right behind Neto right now as that team. They did a little bit of testing here last month. They actually had John Morley, who's part of Gavin Ernstone's
at Sebring, and that helped them overcome a disappointing start to the season. Just 12th place at Daytona, where as a whole the BMWs struggled really across the board. It didn't matter what team you were talking about, but much stronger at Sebring, and courtesy of that win, they're third in points, 100 points out of the championship lead at this early juncture. And if you could string together a couple of good results, then they would be very much right in that conversation heading into the next round at Mid-Ohio.
It's been a meteoric rise through the field for Celso Neto. Lost their qualifying position because of the ride height infraction. Already up to 7th position for Precision Racing LA in the dark grey with highlighter yellow striping on that. Target acquired in terms of 6th place, and that is the bright orange 55 Cupra Leon. Eduardo Gil driving a very striking car, and not just in terms of its livery. Down the inside at turn 10, Eduardo realizes that's not his fight. I'm sure he recognized the car, knows the pace in it, and actually made room into turn 10. And with 100 minutes still to go, Ryan, I think that's heads-up driving from Eduardo.
Yeah, it is at this stage, not just in the race, but also in the development of that car up against the tried and true package of the Audi here with Celso Neto, who might be new to IMSA, but has a lot of touring car experience under his belt. Youngest ever winner in the Brazilian Touring Car Championship back in 2018, and has done quite a bit of racing in touring cars here in the US over the last few years, but gets this chance to come over and race in Pilot Challenge with Ryan Eversley. This has been a really good drive, John. Aggressive but measured from the back of the field. Easy to be frustrated when a great qualifying result gets wiped away, as it was for them yesterday, but no signs of frustration. This has been a really mature drive.
Perfect time to mention that car, because Arjuna is at the pit with Ryan Eversley, who will take over this car and take it to the finish. Let's take a PTO pit lane report and find out if this is all going to plan so far. Does Ryan look pleased? Does he look anxious? Does he look worried? What's the situation down in the pit lane, Arjuna?
I think pleased is the right word. He's unofficially known as the People's Champ, but now officially head of driver and racing business development for Precision Racing LA. Dropped to the back. You and I were just talking about what happened, that saw the damage incurred, but what a drive through the field so far.
Yeah, unfortunately, Celso had a little damage in qualifying, and that broke the splitter, so we had ride height infringement post-tech. Totally acceptable, like that's on us, and but we knew the car was really good because he did the lap prior to that to get the P2 start spot. So I knew he'd be coming through the field, but he's just like having such a good stint right now, which is not uncommon. It's not surprising why IMSA picked him for the Diversity Scholarship Award, because he's just been a tremendous driver on and off track. So I'm really proud to get to drive with him. But we're racing in honor of his grandmother, who passed away about 2 weeks ago, and we're really hoping that we can make her proud today. And just thankful that PRLA gave us a really good car, because Sebring didn't go so well, and we're really happy with it this weekend. So great job to the team.
Great to know you're fighting for the family. Talk to me a little bit, though, about being back in the IMSA paddock. 1 year away for you. Is it nice to be back with the family?
You know, it is. This paddock has just grown and grown, and the sport is in such a great place right now. And it's always a bummer when you're not able to go to all your favorite races, see some of your favorite fans and other racers. But man, TCR is having a killer year. It's awesome to have so much support from Audi as well as Hyundai and Honda. Everybody really making this class what it is. But man, like the fan turnouts we've had this year, it's the place to be. So as much as I've enjoyed my time in both series, it's a real pleasure to race in IMSA.
Let's talk strategy. Did you expect Celso to have carved his way this far up through the field? What was your expectation jumping into the car whenever you end up dropping behind the wheel?
So I focused in practice on late race pace, and I ran a 70-minute old tire, and I've had the best rotation on a front-wheel drive car here I probably ever had. So when they told us we were going to the back, I honestly went, okay, which at Sebring I would have been throwing things. So I'm not surprised he's moving up as fast as he is. We just got to be there at the end, and these races can get real ugly near the end. So, but I'm really happy with him and obviously the team. So we're having a good day so far.
Elbows out at the end to forget ugly for Ryan Eversley.
And he's got very pointy elbows when he needs them, Arjuna. Yeah, good stuff. Really good attitude from that team. You heard what he said. We reported that they accepted what the issue was, and he's just that we heard it from Ryan's mouth, not just a driver but an integral part of that precision racing team. Celso up to 6th position, having dealt with the goal racing. Hey, hang on, haven't we seen this before? Precision racing up to 3rd position after a stunning opening stint from the back of the grid by Celso Neto, who's down in the pit lane now for this PDO pit report with Arjuna.
Sometimes you don't want to go to the back of the field, but it leads to some fun. Celso Neto carves his way through the pack. Talk to me, how was that stint for you?
Yeah, it was definitely tough. We know this is a high tire drag track, so when you're making passes, you're braking deeper, you're stressing your tires, and I really just try to make all these passes, being smart with the traffic, and keeping my tires under me. At the end, we were holding on for dear life. I think everyone else was as well, but it's part of this track, part of TCR racing. Luckily, something we've worked on a lot, and I'm really happy with the team. We had a fast car. It wasn't the technical difficulty that put us in the back that made us be fast, so hope we show that today. It was honestly damage in qualifying that caused that DQ, but I'm really happy with the team, the execution, the pit stop, and the car, so can't thank everyone enough.
Thanks, Celso, as we get ready to go back to the green.
Yeah, and Ryan Eversley now in 3rd position, and we'll have to think about the TCR as well. It's going to be hard to go past. It's not a single moment, but I think Celso Neto's first stint has got to be in there for a shout. I'll take my co-commentator's thoughts in about 40 minutes time.
There's Ryan Eversley running in 2nd. Chris, what are you hearing down there amongst that group?
Well, Calvin, you guys hit the nail on the head. Ryan Eversley was hot under the microphone, under the helmet there of his Audi at that last restart. He said this has been several times now he's kind of had issues with the 98, and it came to fruition here on the restarts. You guys take a look at the replay on board with the 98, and it'll be on the left side of your screen as beep beep coming through. So I think Eversley just ran out of patience, but it was stemming from just earlier before this. It felt like the 98 got into the back of Eversley before. So some harsh words for Ryan, a hot competitor, but what a job that whole team has done, though, sitting in the 2nd spot now after starting dead last on the field.
Yeah, you look at that performance, and the only thing to compare it to would be Chris Miller and Mikey Taylor at Daytona a couple of years ago when they had the ECU issue at the beginning of the race and had to start at the back and work their way forward. But I mean, an impressive run. I think every car, per the rules, has to have radio communication with the team. I think you should be able to have radio communication car to car to others. What do you think?
And then have a show dedicated to just the radio comms. And just a note there that the TCR has won from last only once before, and that was back in 2018 at Road America. As a relatively small field at that time. There's been 8 last to firsts in series history, so Ryan Eversley maybe he can become the 9th.
We'll find out. Right now, for him, you think about it.
So Ryan Eversley is got by Philippi. He's had a little bit of, controversy, let's put it that way, with him so far in this race, but he's got a very impressive young charge in front of him. He's got to try and get by to grab this win.
Yeah, and if Morse could hold on, it'd be the 5th consecutive win for Hyundai. That would be their most ever in a row. But you know what's impressive to me about Ryan Eversley, about Jan Halen, and other drivers, Daniel Morad, one of those as well, but a little bit different, and that is their ability to look at where they are in their career and say, you know what's going to help me the most now in my career is helping other drivers. And they've taken on that mentorship role with hot young drivers who have opportunities in front of them. And I think hats off to the teams for finding the Jan Halens of the world, the Ryan Eversley, and putting them in the position to help that young talent along, because that's really what the sport is like. Think about Scott Pruitt and what he did with his co-drivers, Memo Rojas, what he did with Joey Hand when Joey ran with him in prototypes.
Yeah, and I think for Ryan, he's with Honda for so long, and when that relationship broke up, Mario Biondo came to him with the Precision Racing LA team and said, listen, this is what we're going to provide for you. We're going to give you this platform, work with young drivers, still put you behind the wheel of a race car. And Ryan has embraced that, and it's been a great partnership. They're great people, and it's fun to see them have such great success here.
A little bit of a battle going on between Ryan Eversley and Mason Filippi that goes back to the previous restart, and that's only GS. At the front of TCR, we've got Hyundai, Brian Herner Autosport, Bryson Morris, Ryan Eversley in second place. That would be a rags to riches story. That car damaged over a curb after an off-track moment. Should have started in second, but failed the ride height. And Ryan talking to our junior earlier, yeah, absolutely, we understand why that has happened. Excuse me, it's the Brian Eversley car, the number 7, Precision Racing LA. 14 positions. Celso Neto has done a cracking job in the early part. Robert, let's quickly review our Michelin Moment of the Race nominations. We haven't spoken to Arjuna about this. Arjuna counterparty down in the pit lane. Arjuna, Michelin Moment of the Race, TCR. Where are you going for that? Precision Racing are the biggest movers, and mostly down to Celso Neto to start with, or something else caught your eye in the TCR race so far?
I think you stole the words out of my mouth there. It's been a very impressive drive from the IMSA Diversity Scholarship recipient for 2025 and 2026.
Oh, and hey, let's not forget Bryson Morris, who has Ryan Eversley right there with him, because the TCR battle is going to be hot as well.
Very much so, and Ryan Eversley was wishing he had a bit more time on the board, but he does have enough, providing we stay green, of course, because as we always say, yellows breed yellows. You've got to survive, and that funneling effect, as Daniel Morad talked about, the funneling of chaos down in at the end, ready hairpin. We've got to do that one more time.
Let's talk about TCR quickly, as we've had an incident at turn 3 as well. I'll get to that in a moment. TCR, Denny DuPont has gone to the lead in the 76 Hyundai, ahead of Ryan Eversley, Mason Filippi. Those are the top 3. There were 4 TCR cars across the track coming out of the final corner last time around. 3 of them being Hyundais on the that was on the restart, excuse me. And that was all a bit exciting, and somehow they all managed to get through, and not entirely certain how, but Ryan Eversley just dumped down to 3rd position for a moment. So DuPont from Mason Filippi, from Ryan Eversley, from Bryson Morris, from James Vance, from John Morley. I did think that John Morley might make a little run here in the dark grey RSR Audi, and he is right there.
You're going to understand that there's a drive-through penalty now being called for Ryan Eversley for a jumped restart drive-through penalty.
Well, if he jumped it, what the heck did Denny DuPont do?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is going to be another one of those deals like...
Chris.
Calvin, that's exactly right. Ryan Eversley pleading his case over the radio said, spotter said green, and then suddenly I went to the left to avoid hitting the back of another car. He said, I wasn't trying to jump the starter or anything. I was avoiding a wreck, but I don't buy it. But IMSA's calling him down pit lane, and he's asking now when I should pull the car in. But heartbreaking for Ryan Eversley and this whole team. Started last. Celso Neto, the scholarship winner, did a fantastic job. Eversley was poised for victory here at WeatherTech Raceway, and looks like he's going to have to serve a penalty. But visibly and emotionally frustrated on the radio, trying to plead his case, but it's going to be to no avail.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like he said, if he got a call, it doesn't matter he's trying to avoid a contact or not. If the call is green, because the green flag is
That's
waving.
what it looked like to me. It was like he got green. Oh, and Morris hasn't gone. I'm going to go. Well, DuPont was doing the same thing on the outside of the whole pack, the bundle of cars there.
Race control has a lot more information at hand than we do, but for Ryan Eversley, it looks like that pleading is not going to work. Inside 7 minutes to go right now.
Well, Eversley's in the pit lane. The debate has not gone his way. And that's taken him out of the fight, pushes them all the way down to 8th position. Denny DuPont at the moment from 5th to 1st, strong contender for the Michelin moment of the race in TCR.